Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel.
Hello guys.
We are going to be reacting to My Hero Academia. One more episode.
One more time.
And we're ready to get hurt.
Again.
So we're super excited. We're super stoked. This is, well, I mean, we're not excited. Like bittersweet.
It's bittersweet, but it is exciting because many of us didn't know there was still one more episode out there. So
yeah, for those of you that don't know, I'm a manga reader. So I was telling Nikki that this chapter or this episode is going to tie everything together. So I couldn't be more excited that they decided to do the episode in its entirety, the series, and we're gonna get a lot of good moments today. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna be crying.
We're gonna get some closure, right?
Yeah, some closure. Yeah, it's gonna be very nostalgic because obviously we've been following their journey since like what, 9 years ago. I can't remember when it came out. But we're ready.
But there's a time skip, if you guys don't know. So a true time skip, as we saw in the preview. So they're adults now.
Yeah, they're adults, so it's okay to crush on them now because they're not kids anymore.
People have been going crazy online for, who was it? Shoto?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody. You know what? Let's just jump into the episode. For those of you who don't know, we're going to be having this uncut and edited on Patreon. If you guys want to see us cry in full, check us out there. But without further ado, let's jump into today's reaction to My Hero Academia. One more episode.
Wait, is it more?
More, yeah. That's the title.
The name of the episode is More.
Yeah.
Know that.
So one more episode, one more time.
Oh. And
Chills.
it's a reoccurring dream.
Yeah. No time.
まさか先輩たちの都合がつくとはきっとみんな喜びます
Oh.
でもさ、俺なんかでいいのかな。
なんでそんなこと言うの
Her hair grew out. I'm a cheeky.
Oh wait, you didn't see that. Hold on. It also stated their ranks.
Oh, go back. I must any detail this.
A
million?
Number 1 hero.
He's number 1. Number 7.
Number 7.
I'm a cheeky. He's number 18.
Yeah.
Look at his hair.
The million is
この学区の児童の
a
資料を
tank,
目
bro.
を通してもらったと思うんですけど何より大事なのはコミュニケーションです
Oh, she's number 24.
でも時間をかければ必ずサインを出していることに
Roppy,
気
number
づけるので
34.
資料に頼りすぎず目安は1ヶ月程度ですが人員のサポートは十分ですし皆さんすごく丁寧なお仕事をされるんですよホークスが文科省に掛け合ったり
Whoa!
なんかうさんくさく見えます。
おかげで家庭教育の環境
Gosh.
はだいぶ改善されてきてるんです
今は自分のための時間も取れるんだ。
Oh my gosh. Sun eater.
だな、小学生。
Do the thing.
Oh my gosh. Harvest these peaches.
なの
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
I'm so dead, bro.
Oh. The peaches are gonna be mine. Oh, he got one.
Right in the butt crack.
収穫されたのは去年の空き巣大将軍以来だぜ。
カイジャン、
あの大島が私たちが捕まえた。
大島生産者だ。喜ぶ顔を見るのが好きなんです。
Oh, that one looks like Deku.
Yeah.
ねえ、甘時期と同じだね。
短絡的だった。
Oh, there you go.
長ないなら
変なとこがポジティブ。つゆちゃんもほぼずっとチームアップしてくれてるし、友達とも会えてるし、全部自分のための時間ですよ。
Oh.
またひみこちゃんの夢見るようになったの？
She knows something was up.
1ヶ月くらい前からかな。
特に異常はないですね。体が疲れてるんじゃないですかね。
セカンドオピニオンはダメよな。あなはあなたすぐ溜め込むんだから。溜めとらんつもりやけどな。それにお医者さん紹介してくれたんつゆちゃんや。
It's so crazy seeing them as adults.
Yeah.
あの日ひみこちゃんの血で命をつながれて、彼女は亡くなって血も消滅したはずだけど、ひょっとしたら混ざってまだ中にいるのかなって。
Oh my god.
じゃあ夢の内容思い出さなきゃね。
Here we go.
おめえが行くっつったんじゃん。
Look at him in the back.
納車したてで自慢してんだ。
乗せてくんなきゃ高架してボンネット触るって。
Oh my gosh.
つか一言一句覚えてんだよ。
年数だけどすごくない？何これ？
んなことよりてめえ迎えとかいらねえだろ。
緑はさ、学生で俺と合いそうなやついね。
それこぼしたら放り出すぞ。
Y'all sound older.
サイドキック考えてるんだ。
まあな。
Number 12.
Wow.
他人の人生に責任を負わな。
Heck,
見える景色があんねん
11.
ってさ。
こいつはそれにビビっとんね。
俺がファットの手伝いたいんだ。
やっぱ
He looks so cute.
Yeah.
かっちゃんはサイドキック殺到したけど、全員内定辞退したんだっけ？
大爆殺人ダイナマイトチャート初登場ナンバー
Number 4.
22.
チャート
15 on the charts.
オールフォーワン戦の優勝が
Pissed.
ずっとあるもんだから幻想を抱いて応募してきたんだよな。
マジで下ろすぞ。誰か一言でも俺を超えたいって言やそいつを取ってたよ。
There you go. That's the spirit. Oh, he has a card.
And
仕
it's
事やめ
signed.
ねえの？
アーマーでの活動も許されてるし、相沢先生たち他の先生と同じ感じだよ。少年少女に自分の経験を伝える機会も毎日のようにある。アーマーでのヒーロー活動と先生としての活動、僕にとってはどちらも同じくらい大事なんだ。だから前と気持ちは変わらないよ。ワン・フォー・オールが残ってたとしても、僕は先生っていいなって考えたと思う。すごく嬉しい。ありがとうかっちゃん、霧島くん。
売られちまったなバグゴ緑谷、おめえ今誘われてたんだよ。
あ、ごめん、入らない。
終わって
緑谷ってその辺鈍いよな。
俺が言えることかわかんねえけどよ、いい加減もうちょいてめえを高く見積もんねえと気づけるもんも気づけねえぞ。みんな特別は誰も特別じゃねえんだってよ。
なんだ。
He's just sinking more and more in the sea.
Awesome. The one guy that used to bully him is now telling him to.
Think more highly of himself.
Yeah.
では我ら元遊泳ヒーローか A 組轟ショートがチャートナンバー2にランクアップした
Number 2.
乾杯
Hey, let's go.
いいのいいの口実
Number 44. Oh, you got earrings?
だったのか。
葉のあやだぜ。今置き前提だよ。
44位が2位に何してんだよ。
上がることはもちろん立派だが、チャートも拡張と細分化が進み、以前ほど絶対ではないんだ。
海外救助やヴィラン犯罪の対処だけでなく、
Hey,
社
number
会福祉や
19.
個性教育、人権問題への取り組みなども評価対象ですから。
Number
Number
9.
9.
セロ、言葉は
Mineta!
扱いに気をつけろ。
My
まあ
goat.
落ち込むことないって
108って十分上だよ。
Hey.
Shinzo.
積極的に露出する感覚
Unranked.
わかんない。
しかしよく都合ついたな。
わー
短い間にまた集まれるとは。
Tsukuyomi.
あの日以降も戦い続けたヒーローがその存在をもって示したベストジーニス
Hey.
Let's go.
Number 5. Number 6.
森林カムイ
Wow.
デステゴロ
Oh, he's back.
琉球
He is back.
プレゼントマイク
Oh my gosh.
そしてま
The
た
Band of Thieves. My goat.
その果てに示されるのは
Wow.
不要証明俺たちはあの広告会社何がもっとファビュラスにだ何ぞ
それノンアル。
And the darkness.
まあ、真理だよな。
そうだね。
最近よく言われるんだけどさ、
自慢話か。
そうなるのかな。厳しい運命に抗った使命を果たしている。迷ってふらついてその果てに選んだ道のはずなんだけど、必然だった気がしてさ。
Damn.
だから今度石川のお椀と箸作り体験教室に行くことにした。
What?
What the hell?
でそば食べたらもっとうめえんじゃねえかと。
石川ってことは輪島塗りか。
山中塗りと両方東野の仏壇に手を合わせてる時にふと気づいたんだよ。俺飯食うの好きだったなって。なりたい自分以外にも
余裕かよ。
心に暇ができたのかもな。
お前寄生獣呼んだろ。
ヒロ君とキノコちゃん付き合ってんの？マジっす。
Oh my
前
gosh.
チームアップした時はそんな感じしなかったのに。
その辺君らはどうなの？雷の事務所。
Oh
じゃ
no.
ないよ。
聞いて、俺マジで独立不安でさ、したらちょうど空いてんだよ窓なり。即決に決まってんじゃんね。高一の時の席っぽくて安心。
必然か。僕は今やりたいことをやれてる。この上なく恵まれてる。
せいぜい頑張れ。
自分でも気づかなかった自分か。
Dude. Don't do this to us. Come on.
これだからアルコール飲めねえんだよな。
Wow, they look so cool. Oh my gosh. Now that's a tank. Oh my gosh. Wow. Vanetta.
俺のが早かった。
飯田君だったよ。
競ってあげなよ。しかし出来心とはまた立ちが悪い。芯がないというか。店俺払っといたからこのまま解散していいぞ。
Oh.
はあ、主品が何してんの？割り勘に決まってんの。
まだ現金持っといた方がいいな。
帰り送んねえぞ。俺エッジショットの帰国で朝早いから。
大丈夫。
Headshot?
ありがとう。
車見せて。
おごいしょ。
邪魔で。
またない。
また特別講師よろしくね。相沢先生がコミュニケーション概論やらせたいって。
クレイで呼ぶなよ。じゃ、やめろ。口汚れてねえだろうね。大丈夫だって。みんな特別だ。誰も特別じゃねえんだってよ。
じゃあね、お茶子ちゃん、また明日。おやすみ。明日からまた頑張ろう。席離れててちゃんと話せんかったな。まあでも別に仕事でもよく会うし。
僕のヒーローだ。
あの戦いを経て私たちはやりたいこと、やるべきことを見つけて、でもそして緑谷いずくを好きになって、でももっともう少し。
よかった、いざ。
お茶子ちゃん、いいんだよ。
みんな特別で好きなんだって、ずっとそういうものだって思ってた。だけど今日なんかもっと話したいって思った。これからももっと。
私は好きに生きたから、私の大好きなお茶子ちゃんはもっと好きに生きてね。
君と
また卑弥呼ちゃんの夢見るようになったの？1ヶ月くらい前からかな。内容は忘れちゃうんやけど、1ヶ月くらい前ってデク君と会う機会がもっと増えた。あの日から。
かな。
Is it hot here? Is it hot in here or what?
気が合うね。
時間がない、ここは命。
How'd you feel?
Like it was too short. I feel like honestly I could watch a whole like another 5 seasons of them being adults and doing adult shit and God.
Yeah, I agree. I'm in the same boat.
When it ended, I'm like, that's it.
It almost feels like it still needed to continue, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I felt when I was reading it. Too soon, man. Too soon.
Well, it seems like this episode just had to do a lot with just seeing their day to day, what they've been up to, kind of just a little peek into their lives as adults, and after how everyone's coping with after everything that's happened, and there were so many things in this episode that I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, like, and wow, and that, and I was so amazed by everything, and then just watching them like throughout the whole episode like made me so teary-eyed like most of the way through, because it's just like you're seeing these guys that you've been watching for what, I don't know how many seasons already, and you're seeing them again just doing regular things and being how just how in the early seasons they were very obviously like the League of Villain hadn't taken over and everything, so we were just seeing like their day-to-days and how they were together all the time and spending time and talking with each other, and just a camaraderie like we hadn't seen that in so long, and this episode like embodied a lot of that. It embodied them connecting, just having a meal together, sitting down, discussing day-to-day things like adult stuff, and I think that's just what was so beautiful about this episode.
What did you think of the last part of the episode?
Tears, so many tears. I'm so happy though that it finally, like, that relationship finally has some closure, because obviously we shipped them, from the very beginning, and we knew that they liked each other, but nothing ever really happened. You got things here and there throughout the seasons, but nothing really like solidified more than the last few episodes of the last season, and of course this episode. I know you had talked about how the author didn't want to base this anime on relationships like that, and he wanted to focus more on
the action and the plot and the story.
Yeah. So I can respect that. But we still wanted something there, we wanted some type of closure on that end, and I feel like this episode definitely gave us that.
Yeah, and then this is also like tying a lot of the stuff. So in the last episode, we didn't get much closure like we did before in this episode. So we get to see Deku and his perspective on being a teacher, and he's in this episode he mentions that this has always been the game plan since the beginning. He always wanted to embody kind of what Aizawa did.
Yeah.
And that's always been the end goal for him, and kind of raising up the next generation of heroes. So this ties in with the plot because it kind of just leaves Deku and like he was kind of forced to do teacher work. So that ties in out with that, and I love the fact that this was also giving us everybody else's rankings.
I know, I love that. That was awesome.
So it was just so funny because Mirio is number 1, and then you get Shoto, who's number 2,
and Mount Lady is number 3,
and Kamui Woods is number 4. I don't remember who number 5
I think
is.
the ones that follow are like older heroes.
Yeah.
But definitely to see Shoto as number 2 is fucking crazy.
But did you catch that he's gonna do, what did he say? He wants to do like chopsticks and do.
he applied for classes to make chopsticks and I don't know what else.
Yeah, but it's very quick. But he also talks about how that he was praying to Toya, which confirms that Toya passed away.
Dude, that part got me. I was like, oh.
And just to kind of tie that knot is like. He right before, like, how Shoto was trying to get closer to Toya.
Yeah.
And the only way he was able to get him to talk to him was I think he says like, I want to get to know what your favorite type of food is, and he says like yakisoba or something like, or soba noodles or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that part.
So this ties to, I'm assuming that this ties to the reason why he wants to do take up
the culinary side. Yeah. Because they were talking about that he can even do like private lessons and this and that, and that very much will make sense. But that part where they show that the Toya altar, like, man, that broke me, because they've been through so much, and obviously there's a time skip, so time has passed, and Toya obviously wasn't in his best health. His health was declining, and
he was dying.
They knew that the day would come that that he wouldn't make it, but just to see it and see him like talking to him that way still too, like that part got me.
I was kind of and this isn't in the manga, but I really missed the fact that we didn't get to see like Aizawa, All Might. We didn't get to see Endeavor. But I understand that this is the main focus of the last chapter is the kids, right? I mean, adults now. So I just think that they did a really good job in when they got called to do hero work. They played one of the iconic songs almost too quickly. I was like, once I started hearing it, I'm like,
tears.
one more time, let's do it. But I like the fact that they were able to get this villain pretty quick, and I like that they showcased everybody doing like leaving wherever they were eating all together, and then in their suits and just in their look older, and it was really cool.
I love how everybody's still the same. I love how Bakugo is still such a hothead. I love how he still gets pissed off, at the fact that anything that inconveniences him, he was just like, ugh, like, I hate y'all, I love that. But I especially love the fact that, you see in this episode that he cares so much about Deku. Obviously Deku became a teacher, isn't really doing too much of hero work. But I love that he tells him, to think highlier of himself, and, that he still encourages him, even though you know, they've been rivals, quote unquote, this whole time. And they've become close, and I'm sure Bakugo hates to say it, but you know, I love that you can see it even in his own tough love, you know, that he cares about him and that he wants him to be better and he wants him to do better and not to settle, you know.
Yeah.
So that part was awesome.
Yeah, he went from being a bully to being the best friend.
How ironic, right?
Yeah, and that was one of the best character developments, I think, in an anime, because you know, you have this one guy that just went out of his way to bully young Deku, and you know, when Deku was really into like writing his notes, he would just like burn up the notebook and like just wreak havoc on this kid, and then now he like risked his life twice for Deku, and you know, it's just a very, very well written character. And it just goes to show that with his words, what he was saying, I think about being like everybody being special to him, he kind of, Deku woke up and was like, okay, now I understand what you mean, and not everybody's special, but the one person that is special is Ochaku. And I'm like, damn,
Dude,
bars, bro.
you know what? And I love, man, the whole thing with Kimi no, right?
Who?
No, not Kimi.
Who are you talking about? Like the lightning guy?
No, girl with the blood. Why can't I think of her name right now?
Oh, Toga.
Toga.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Toga, you know, it seemed very at first very eerie and very like, why is she haunting her dreams? And I thought like, maybe, you know, mixing her blood was maybe a bad idea.
Oh,
as she like is like a killer and all and a villain. But I love how they turned that whole situation like into like a beautiful outcome and closure for her, because she wasn't there to haunt her dreams, but more like give her a second chance at life and, you know, push her in the right direction too.
Literally,
yeah. I think Toga had a lot of love for Ochako, and you know, obviously she wanted to see her happy, and she knew that she wouldn't get that Toga wasn't going to get that. But to see someone that cared about her, even, you know, in the last moments, and tried to save her regardless if she wanted to be saved or not, she really, you know, treasured her even up to her last moment, and knew that she was someone worth saving each other. They both knew they were worth saving each other, and even though obviously Toga didn't make it, right, she was able to save Ochako, and again give her a second life again, you know. So I thought that was beautiful. It went from something, you know, crazy to someone understanding, to them both actually understanding each other, and you know, in a way that nobody else had. And all this led to Ochako finally, you know, getting to be happy and getting to live her life without feeling, you know, the guilt of Toga's death, and feeling like, you know, she's not enough, or she's not worth, or she wasn't worth, you know, saving. So at that, the moment that she got with Deku, I was like, oh my God, please do it, please. I can't, if they don't do this, oh my God.
Yeah, this is another well-written arc. Obviously the death of Toga really haunted Ochaku, so she decided, I don't know if you noticed it, but she decided to do an agency of social work for kids, so that another person in the same circumstance as Toga doesn't become a villain. So to deviate that, she created this agency for social work, and like
help
basically
kids,
basically nip it in the bud if it doesn't, you know, get there. And so she's been overworked herself, and that's why when Froppy says, well, what about you, or how are you doing, or something like that.
Froppy's such a good friend.
Yeah, she's a day one, literally a day one. And so when she said that, Ochako was like, oh, I realized that I'm not really putting myself first, because in any social work, what essentially happens is anybody who's like either a therapist or a caseworker, you put everybody else before you. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you end up becoming burnt out. And so who's there to take care of those people that take care of others, right? And so that's why that story is super underrated, or, you know, super well written because of that. And then to the point where that same person that saved Ochaku is the same person that pushes her into the direction of what she's always wanted, right? And that's very well written. This just goes to show that the author of My Hero Academia knows how to write not I wouldn't say side character stories, but everybody that's in the story has very, very good story arcs.
Yeah, so. I think that I agree with that. They're very well thought out and very detailed, and just it hits the right emotions, you know, not overly done, and you can put yourself in their shoes and feel the same. And finally her like getting with Deku. Look at how they just both were like, you know what?
Yeah.
We just need to do this. Like like he's looking at her, she's looking at him, like it just needs to happen. Because they were meant for each other.
Yeah, literally. And it just so happened. And funny thing too, that she started having dreams about Toga when she started to hang out with Deku more. And so
yeah, again,
she's just trying to push her in the right direction, but she needs that little extra push. And so what did you think of the closure episode? Because imagine if we had just finished with the previous episode. Do you think this was enough closure for this one in your mind?
I think so. I feel like everybody else had. I kind of like the fact that, you know, we got some sort of like there was a pair that I forgot who, the guy with all darkness and the mushroom girl, I think, ended up going out or something like that.
Oh yeah.
They were saying that they're going out, that they was starting or whatever, but. Yeah. I love that, you know, it was just normal. Obviously, like I would love to watch another season of this, like just react to, you know, their daily things and, you know, still doing hero work and obviously all this and that.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was good because it gave us just enough to know what it is like in their life, and that's it. Like there's, you know, there's nothing else to it. I felt like they didn't leave any loose ends. Of course, I would have loved to see what All Might and the professors and, you know, Razorhead, like I would have loved to see what they're up to as well. Like as you said, they focused more on the students and, you know, the continuation of their lives, and I think it was great. The most important probably loose end was Ochako and Deku, and that got solved, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like I think we did great, and we even got, you know, Shoto talking to Oya on, you know, his altar. Like that's beautiful. We got things that we didn't even think we'd get.
Yeah, I think there's also other ships that were kind of left open-ended, which is Kirishima
and
I can't remember the other girl's name, the alien girl.
Hey, but they touched up on that too. But even though they kind of like were like, no, what do you mean?
No. that one is Kaminari.
Kaminari.
Yeah, Kaminari and the other girl with the music.
Yeah.
So them two. So those two are the ones that were kind of left open-ended. And
Kirishima and who?
And the alien girl, the one that was riding with Bakugo at the end there.
The one that was riding. Oh yeah, the pink, the one in the pink.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
those were two
I didn't
ships.
know they were.
No. They're. I mean, it goes like they were both throughout the series, kind of like, not that they hinted romantically, but they were always there for each other. Same thing with Kaminari and is it Jiro? They're also the same thing. They were both in the same boat.
I think I honestly I didn't think of their relationship anything. I mean, I remember the moments. Yeah. I remember the moments of them talking to each other, but I never saw it as it like that there could be a possible. I mean, maybe I did, but I didn't think too much of it. Like it wasn't like Drago and Deku.
Yeah. It was kind of that one stands out the most. Okay.
But I feel like, I mean, they still got to talk to each other, and I feel like there was still some sort of interaction.
Yeah. You want to know my favorite part of the episode?
What?
We got to see Mineta with his goatee.
Dude, Mineta looks so funny. He still looks so funny as like an adult. When they all stood in the street and they were all just like chilling there, and he was just there like with his little big adult underwear now. Like that part was so funny.
Bro, I love him. He's such a funny character. I think his comedic relief in the series has been so amazing, and like I like that he is so opposite of everybody else.
Yeah.
And if you guys have never watched the English dub, watch it and watch his voice actor. He does such an incredible job. Having a lisp, dude.
You know, we should probably watch this in English to see, like, when it comes out in English, we should probably watch it to see like how he sounds as an adult.
I'd be down. I'd be down. But that was it. My Hero Academia finally finishes, closes off the chapter series, put it in the shelf. It's done. Overall,
crazy.
Overall, what would you rank it?
These episodes will forever be a 10 out of 10 for me. I love them. I mean, I wish I could get more, but it was awesome. I loved it. And Shoto.
Shout out to Shoto, my girl.
He looks like his dad when his dad was younger.
My responsible king over here. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, he looks like his dad. Even though, he has a blue eye, but
what can you do?
What can you say? Anything else you thought about in this episode that you'd like to discuss?
Man. That's it. We're gonna go ahead and react to the opening. We decided not to react to the opening, but we're gonna go and react to it. Just because we wanted to hopefully not be so
destroyed.
Teary-eyed, destroyed, all of the above. So we're gonna go and react to that. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what was your favorite part of the series. Of the episode. And I'm sure it's probably gonna be the last part of that episode, which
was my favorite.
Ochako and Decker. Yeah. It's been a long time coming. It was since season 1 where they meet up in the front of, and how he's like falling down and she saves him. It just goes back that far, dude.
Classic.
And then he saves her in
the end, saves her from herself. Literally.
Thank you guys for watching. This was a journey. This was a blast, and we love to have shared this with you guys. This reaction, My Hero especially, is one of our favorites. So for us to react to this and share with you guys is a privilege. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.